Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, a major development for XRP today, and that is that the Chief Technology Officer, David Schwartz, has actually resigned as the CTO for Ripple. This is a major deal. Remember, David Schwartz is one of the original architects of the XRP ledger and has been the CTO for Ripple for the past 13 years. Now, a lot of people are, is David Schwartz moving out? Is he gone? No, guys, he's not moving out. He is moving up. And in fact, sticking with Ripple, but is going to be part of the board of directors. So in one way, David Schwartz will actually kind of be Brad Garlinghouse's boss. Major development. Now, we don't know who's going to take over that role or that position, but I'm going to tell you guys, let's give it for David Schwartz, because as an original pioneer in this digital asset space, he was one of the very first early engineers with Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people think David Schwartz was one of the original 4 Satoshis, because he's got the background for it, worked for the NSA, all that kind of stuff, and would certainly have been somebody that could very well fill the shoes of one of those 4 Satoshis, because they believe it wasn't just one person, but a collaborative group. And that came out of, I think it was DHS that actually interviewed. They said they had interviewed the 4 Satoshis or whatever, something like that. But needless to say, guys, this is a tremendous deal for this space. Now, I have personally met David Schwartz a few times, more than one time. And he is so generous with his time, and what a great guy. And he turned around and says, listen, I've been at this space for such a long time, and I'm wanting to spend time with my kids and my grandkids and stuff like that. And you can't blame him. But one of the most genuine people, in this space, if you've ever been there and you've met David and you got a chance to talk to him and that kind of stuff, just an amazing guy. He actually signed one of my original XRP hats that I have up there behind plexiglass, and that is going nowhere. One of my most prized things, and that hat signed by David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse. Truly amazing guy. I wish him all the best in what he's doing, but boy, I'll tell you, watch and see if the fudsters don't try to make something out of it. But there's really nothing to be made, guys. It's just somebody that is moving up from where he was, and I really congratulate him. And he did so much for this community, so much for distributed ledger technology and the entirety of this digital asset space. Truly, when there is kind of like a hall of honor for these guys, my guess is David Schwartz is going to be one of the first ones on the wall right there. I'll tell you what. Now, some other things that are going on in this space, guys. I think we are much closer than a lot of people think about seeing XRP up at these high double digits and possibly even 3 digits. And the reason I believe it, guys, this new change that the SEC has done for this space with the ETFs is a major deal. Now, a lot of folks think, oh, well, just because they have had to withdraw their applications under the old regime, that, now it's going to be another delay. I don't believe that. Because, guys, right now, if you meet the conditions that they laid down, you could actually get approved at any time at all. One of the conjectures that I've heard, and I kind of think there's some weight to it, is this opens the floodgates for folks like BlackRock and all these other major institutions to actually get out there and very quickly get approved and filed for an ETF, for XRP for sure, because, hey, it's meeting all the conditions. It's been out there. It's been traded for way more than 6 months. More than 40% of the supply is in the open market, on and on and on. And I think this is a big deal. And I believe that institutional adoption and the buying up of the spot is going to genuinely push the price of XRP to these high double digits and perhaps even these triple digits. And the thing is this, guys, a lot of folks are saying, hey, this potential government shutdown may cause the market to kind of, shrink, tumble back a little bit. Now, if it does, that to me is opportunity. That's a dip. And those dips are for buying, not for crying. And I really do believe that, because look, has the utility changed? No, it is not. It's only been enhanced. And it's not just the utility and the adoption. It is the application and the utilization. Because remember, when these things get applied and they are starting to be used in this broader economy, are the floodgates ever going to open? Now, I have encouraged so many people, and even today during coaching, I took some people over to the AtlanticCouncil.org just to take a look at the CBDC tracker they got over there, where you can literally see almost every nation state in the wide world and how they are building out this new digital economy, all the rails for it, you name it. And I've asked people many a time, do you really believe that these central banks around the wide world and all these global organizations, Bank of International Settlements, International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and on, do you believe that they're out there putting in billions, if not trillions of dollars, building out this infrastructure without ever having the intention of using it? Come on. We know that they're going to use it. Well, guys, how are they going to use it? Well, I know one of the big things, and of course there's a lot of opposition to this right now, but the use of decentralized digital IDs. Now, we know the UK is coming out with that. Now, the thing is, these digital IDs, they are going to interconnect you and I, guys, to this new digital monetary system. And of course, that opens the door that where's our anonymity, where's our autonomy, where is, our sovereignty as individuals and all that kind of stuff. How's that going to play in? Well, I do believe in, some jurisdictions around the world, even right now, we know that they are using this monetary system to control and social engineer and all that. We have all the social credit programs and all that. Will that be coming to the wide world? Well, guys, I don't think it's going to happen right away. Could it happen? Oh, yeah, it could happen. But the reality is this, and this is where I have had to kind of come to terms with this. The thing is, as believers, now I'm a believer, so, a lot of people ask me, well, David, do you not see where this is leading to this whole biblical prophesied system of finance in the future? I'm like, yeah, I can see that. And I'll be a part of it until they put something in me or on me, then we are out. But we occupy till he comes. Remember the whole idea right now of monetary controls. If you don't think we're all already under monetary controls, then guys, you're really missing the forest through the trees. You think of your debit card that you hold in your pocket from your bank. And I brought this out many a time. You can only, use that. Your point of sale is usually limited to like $3,000, $3,500 for the majority of people. Using their debit card, accessing your own money in the bank account. And of course, the reason they give is because, hey, we want to protect you from potential fraud and if you lose it and all this kind of stuff. Well, if that's the case, then why does the same bank issue you a credit card with a $20,000, $25,000 plus limit on there? And that type of thing, because, hey, it's a piece of plastic, you could lose it just as easily and on and on. Guys, it's because of the way money flows, and it is monetary controls. Because with a credit card, what are you doing? When you use that thing, the money isn't sitting in some bank over there. The moment you use it, you create money, you see? And that is how the whole game works. The debt market is the beating heart of all the markets. They want to get liquidity out there. Guys, they make it a whole lot easier. You're walking into department store, walking into Costco, walking into here or there. Hey, you want a credit card, credit card, credit card? Yep, all the time. But they limit you with your plastic using your own card. Monetary controls. So if you think you're not under them now, you're wrong. We are. And how many people are genuinely keeping that much cash in their pocket? Not many of us either, are we? Why? Because do you realize there's only about 5% of actual cash for all the billions and billions on deposit? Yep, that's right. So the reality is there's really not that much cash to even go around. So this is the deal, guys. We're now moving into this new digital economy, and we've been in a slow crawl to it for years upon years upon years. It is built on the back of distributed ledger technology. And yet, the majority of people around the wide world are completely oblivious. In fact, only maybe 1-2% of the global population is even into these crypto assets. And of that, a very small amount hold anything of significant value. In XRP, if you hold, I think, 2,300, 2,400 XRP, you are in the 10 percentile of everyone on Earth. It is going to be a big time deal. And I genuinely believe that the demand for this asset, because of its utility, the ability to tokenize real world assets, the ability to handle the volume that is going to be required for this new digital ID system. And when you think about that, in the United States alone, 375 million people, all of that kind of stuff, putting that on chain, along with the tokenization of all these markets, guys, come on, it is going to send it into some numbers that probably we can't even imagine right now down the line when it gets there. Now, think about this. What causes the volatility in this space right now? That the amount that drives it up and then, of course, drives it back down. That volatility is the uncertainty. Well, when the uncertainty is taken away, guess what? The volatility is coming down, isn't it? Yep, it is. Things are going to start to level out, guys. When the volatility comes down, hey, the risk comes down. When the risk comes down, the reward comes down. And you think about this. You get up there and you see some big numbers for XRP, $100, whatever. Ask yourself a question. For everyone buying selling at $100, yeah, someone else has to be buying. And I oftentimes challenge you to think, what's in the mind of the guy buying XRP? Of course, he's thinking that it's going to go to 150, 200, isn't he? Guys, that's the deal. We're able to get these assets right now where the volatility and the risk is high, yet I don't think I feel any risk at all about it personally, considering what I see coming down the road. And here we are being able to pick these things up sub $3. Do I ever believe that is going to be monumental? And I'll tell you guys, we have folks like David Schwartz that helped to build this infrastructure out. They had vision for the future, and we are able to just jump on. We aren't whales, but we can stack our pennies next to their dollars. And I do believe it is going to bring a tremendous amount, the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. And get this, we occupy till he comes. That's what I think about it. Guys, amazing, amazing, amazing. So buckle up, because I believe these next couple months, October, November, December, are going to be the ride of our lives. And I'm telling you, this rocket ship, they are kicking the tires, they are lighting the fires, and I think we are going to be blasting through the atmosphere way before you know it. So guys, until tomorrow, when we have another fantastic video for you, have a fabulous one and take care.